So here we have Thumper. We are just on a morning walk. This way. Yes, good boy. Good boy. So I want to reward that behavior of walking nice and loose on my left side. Yes, good boy. I also want to reward that when he looks up at me, which is that good handler focus. So every time he makes eye contact, this way. Good boy. I want to reward that. Good boy. Good boy, Thumper. Good. This way. So I want to coax him back to my left side. Do a little circle. Good boy. Just like that. This way. Come on. Good boy. So I want to make sure he stays on my left side. He tends to go out, wander in front, and then cross over. So I'm going to actually hold the leash with this hand and record with the other hand. That way I can kind of hold this leash over there. He doesn't think he has to follow the leash. Normally we actually hold the leash with two hands. So this hand is the guider, and then the right hand is the leash holder pretty much. Good boy, Thumper. I want him to walk nicely right on that left side. He does have a training collar, mostly just for the purpose of safety on the road, so he can't slip out of his collar accidentally. Good boy. Oh, you dropped it here. Oh, no, you did get it. Good boy. Easy. This way. Leave it. Good boy. So anytime you see something you don't want him to have, good boy. Here you go. We use the leave it command, which is pretty much, it is a command in itself, which is just leave it, don't touch that. Thumper, easy. Good. So he's gonna go out in front. I want him right back to that left side. Good boy. And give him that treat once he's on that left side. Hey. So I'm gonna wait for him to give me that focus that I want him to look up at me. Focus in. Yes, good boy. Good boy, Thumper. Good boy. Was that a cover? Good boy. Don't eat the rocks. Here. Good boy. So I want to reward his behavior, him being nice and calm to that left side. So I'm going to stay walking in my straight line here, because I want him to learn to walk right next to me in that straight line. That way he's not always crossing over to my feet. So he's going to come behind me. This way. Wait for him to go to the other side. There we go. Good boy. Good boy. Good boy. So whenever he looks up at me, I want to say yes and give him a treat or some kind of reward. That way he is always looking up at me. Yes, good boy. So once he makes eye contact, that's when I give him that good marker word. Yes, good boy. So he stopped because he realized what he was doing. I want him right back to that left side. Tell him he's a good boy. This way. Come on. To the house. This way. Yes, good. So I want them to realize when I say this way, it means focus on me, because we could be changing direction. We could just be keeping on with walking. Yes, good boy. But I want his handler focus on me, especially when I say this way, because if he doesn't give me, yes, good boy, if he doesn't give me that handler focus, then he could end up getting caught in the leash. He could end up being pulled by that leash because he didn't pay attention and we are turning. And then he's getting pressure he doesn't want or doesn't need if he were to pay attention. So we want him to realize that on his own. Good boy. Good boy. Yes, good. Good. So every time he looks up at me, that's really great handler focus. It's really great to have in a young puppy to say, leave it. You don't want to touch those rocks. And just having him walk nicely right along with me. Now he will go out in front, so I'm going to say, easy. He's going to hit the end of that leash. You can kind of hear it tighten down. And then once he gives me that slack, yes, good boy. And then we're going to continue walking like that. Good boy. Kind of luring along. Good boy. But by giving him lots of treats right by your left side, it teaches them to kind of be in that heel type of position. There's lots of cars going by at the end of the road, so he's interested in those. Anyways, by keeping them to your left side, giving them nice, easy. Wait for him to come over. Yes, good boy. Good boy. So keeping them right to your left side. You don't want to teach heel until they're about almost a year old and you have leash walking completely down. Easy. Yes, good boy. That way they know once they're in that heel position, which is right here, you want them to not move from that. So now he just broke it. But obviously I'm not going to teach heel, but I want to teach him how to walk nicely to my left. And then eventually you can start adding that command in while you're walking. So once they're out of the heel, then they can go walk around like he's doing right now. Whereas it's still technically proper leash walking when they're just a little bit in front of you, a little bit behind you, a little bit out by the side. But the heel is right on your leg. Leave it. Come on. Right on your leg. And then they don't move until you give them that release word. Good boy. Good boy. So he corrected himself right there. I want to reward that because he got a little out of place. So he just circled around and went back to my left side because he knows that he's supposed to be there. Easy. Good boy. Good boy. So he's going out and around. I don't want that. This way. Yes, good boy. Good boy. By correcting himself like that, he spins around, comes right back to my left side. That's really what we want. We want them to kind of just stay there to the left side. Good boy, Thumper. Hey. Waiting for him to cue in that focus. Easy. Good. Hey. Thumper. He sees the house. We are back at the house, but we are not going in there yet. Yes, good boy. So cue in that focus, because I still want him to focus on me, even though he does want to go back to the house. We're just going to keep walking past it. Good boy. Good boy. Easy. This way. Good boy. Good boy, Thumper. This way. Yes, good. This way. Yes, good boy. So just by practicing this way, I want him to focus this way. Yes, good boy. I want him to know this way means this way. This way. Yes, good. Good boy. This way. Yes, good boy. So he is now focusing on me whenever I say that word. This way. Yes, good boy. He's finding me, tracking me, figuring out where we are going because he doesn't want to get caught up in that leash. This way. Yes, good boy. And I'm not pulling him at all. I'm letting him choose how to come. This way. Good boy. That way he knows if he actually comes, he won't get pulled by that leash. That's what we want. Good boy, Thumper. I'm going to end on a sit, but he was a very good boy, and I was glad that I could share this with you. Sit. Yes. No. Good. There you go. I don't want any batting, any jumping. I want to reward that good behavior. I'm just sitting there. Good boy, Thumper. Good boy. Yes, that's a very good boy.